This is the morning of the 31st of July, 2024. Article on Fox News, written by Adam Shaw, published on the 30th. Title: Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua gives green light to members to attack cops, officials. Denver Police Department said it is monitoring the situation. Let's listen to this almost 3-minute clip. Police link migrant Venezuela gang crimes across U.S.
Border Patrol agents are warning about migrants linked to international gangs crossing the southern border. And right now you're taking a live look at El Paso, Texas, where you can see groups of dozens, potentially about 100 migrants who have crossed the border illegally, waiting to be processed by Border Patrol. The latest numbers show more than 270 gang affiliate apprehensions just since October. And experts say migrant gang members are infiltrating communities pretty much all across the country. Dana Marie McNichol is live in El Paso, Texas with more today. Dana Marie, we're looking at the drone. It looks like you guys have a pretty busy day out there.
That's right. We're seeing some of that activity, and we'll get to that in just a bit. But first, Bill, we know that the chief of Border Patrol now giving out a stark warning about that Venezuelan gang called Tren de Aragua. Now, in terms of what we saw today, about 50 to 100 migrants on the other side of that razor wire on American soil waiting to be processed. I want to highlight some new numbers that we're getting. Just yesterday, the El Paso sector saw over 1,400 encounters, with over 450 of them being from Venezuela, now making it the largest population of people crossing here in El Paso. And earlier this week, a Venezuelan man arrested with tattoos associated to that gang, one of 6 people apprehended from the Tren de Aragua gang, according to U.S. Border Patrol. Now, police have linked the Venezuelan gang to organized crime in places like Texas, Florida, Chicago, and New York City, where men there were involved in a high-profile assault on NYPD officers. And in Georgia, where federal prosecutors there say the brother of the suspected killer of Georgia nursing student Laken Riley has ties to that gang.
Wherever the Venezuelan migrant population has traveled in extensive numbers, Tren de Aragua have also embedded themselves in these populations as well to continue to migrate with them, to take advantage and perhaps explore new criminal economic opportunities elsewhere.
And that expert at UT El Paso says it is unlikely this group will take over territory and compete with well-established gangs in places like New York and Chicago, rather continue to perform petty crimes. He also points out the majority of Venezuelan migrants are fleeing awful and violent circumstances, trying to start a new life, and it's a narrow population looking for criminal activity. As for stopping the Venezuelan gangs from entering the U.S., some U.S. lawmakers actually sent a letter to the Biden administration asking them to make the gang a transnational criminal organization, which would then help the government to restrict their travel here. Bill?
Yep, and the thing about Venezuelans right now is they can't be deported. The Venezuelan government is refusing all repatriation flights from the U.S., so complicates it even further. Dana Marie, nice job out there. We'll get back with you soon.
So what do you think of that, huh? It's completely insane. The Venezuelan street gang Tren de Aragua is believed to have been given what authorities are calling the green light to attack and kill police officers, federal authorities have warned. A bulletin by the Colorado Information Analysis Center, a screenshot of which was shared with Fox News Digital, warns that the police department in New Mexico have received information from federal partners that members have been encouraged to attack police officers in Denver. The Albuquerque, New Mexico Police Department has released this officer safety bulletin to notify law enforcement of information regarding the Tren de Aragua criminal organization, and reports that TDA members in Denver have been given a green light to fire on or attack law enforcement, it says. Totally insane. The information was first reported by the New York Post, which cites a Homeland Security investigation memo in Chicago providing similar information, citing also credible human sources from Colorado, and warning that we have TDA presence here in Chicago. News station reports that an officer safety situation awareness bulletin has gone out to Border Patrol agents reporting similar information. Denver Police Department told Fox Digital it was aware of the warning. As with any information about possible criminal activity that may impact other jurisdictions, details are shared across agencies. DPD is monitoring and making officers aware of the safety concerns shared by our law enforcement partners, the statement said. APD said it couldn't confirm any information in media reports, but said the disclosure of internal police bulletins could put investigators and/or officers at risk. HSI did not immediately respond to requests for comment from Fox Digital. The notification is the latest warning in regard to Venezuelan street gangs, some members of which have come across the southern border. Keep your eye on this gang, Border Patrol Chief Jason Dawson warned in May. Their criminal activities represent a serious threat to our communities. Custom and Border Protection, CPB, has previously distributed intelligence bulletin to agencies revealing the tattoos and identifies for the gang. Look at these garbage people. TDA is said to specialize in extortion, kidnapping, murder, and sex trafficking. Federal authorities have been warning that this gang is trying to establish itself in the U.S., where police are already linking it to organized crime. The FBI also warned the gang could team up with the bloodthirsty MS-13. The gang drew additional attention when it emerged that the brother of the suspect in the killing of Georgia's student Laken Riley had ties to the gang. Both are Venezuelan illegal immigrants. Recently, the Treasury designated Tren de Aragua a significant transnational criminal organization and offered financial rewards for the conviction of three of its leaders. John Farbagato, a former ICE field office director who is now running for a congressional seat in Colorado as a Republican, told Fox Digital that the gang has got a foothold in the state and is taking over apartment buildings. He said that the gang has taken advantage of the ongoing border crisis. The whole border situation over the last 3.5 years has allowed countless criminals to be allowed into the United States. And we're seeing an uptick in crime, especially in illegal immigrant crime throughout the U.S., and sanctuary cities are just magnetizing it, he said. He also joined others in warning about the gang, saying they are involved in drug trafficking, large-scale operations, and other crimes. For United States citizens, for people here within the United States that are a dangerous gang, and with them just putting out a green light on police officers here in the United States, we could potentially see police officers being shot at by these gang members because they do not fear law enforcement in the United States, he said. Well, I suspect fairly soon we're going to see officers being killed. I'll attach the link. Look at it, pass it along, and thanks for listening.